Alright, so we have a UU battle here against Tony1995. Now, Tony sends out his Donphan and I send out my Snover. Now here it's pretty obvious to me that he should switch, but he ended up staying in for some reason, so I just use Blizzard. Now I get a critical hit and it KOs the Donphan, but I ran a damage calculation and a standard 252 HP, 252 attack Donphan would die from a Blizzard even if I do minimum damage, because I do like 400 something. Now he sends in his Hariyama, and I'm just going to use Protect just to scout what he does, and it turns out to be a bulk up one. Pretty much I was just afraid of the fake out, and I didn't want to just lose my Focus Sash for no reason. So after all this leftovers and stuff, I'm gonna use Grass Knot because I'm predicting him to have thick fat, and Grass Knot does about a third, so I know now he's gonna want to attack me. And I'm just gonna keep using Grass Knot, I'm pretty sure, just to get him into the yellow at least. Now after this Grass Knot, as I said, he's in the yellow and he finally decides to attack me, and it does, well, obviously it would have killed me if it wasn't for my Focus Sash, but yeah. Now after the hail he's almost in the red, so I figured that I should either use Protect or, yeah, I'm pretty sure I used Protect just to get some more hail damage on. And he turned out to switch into his Mismagius. Now Mismagius turns out to use Calm Mind, and I figured that he would try to set up, so I just used Blizzard instead of Protect or whatever. And after the Blizzard it does about a third. So I'm thinking he's going to try to attack me now, so I'm just going to use Ice Shard now. And pretty much Snover is just my lead, and I'm pretty much destroying his team, and that's kind of funny in my opinion. He said after the battle that he just wasn't ready for a Hail team, which is kind of bad on his part, because Snover is in UU, and Hail team should be like a thing you should consider, but you know, whatever. And now I'm just using Blizzard and finishes off Mismagius, or Mismagius. I never knew how to pronounce his name. Every time somebody pronounces it, it's always different. Like some people say Mismagius, some people say Mismagius, whatever. And now in comes his Hariyama. Now I'm thinking if Blizzard will kill or not, but apparently it doesn't. Even though, no, it does have thick fat, but Jinx does have a high special attack and it's stab. But you know, whatever. He ends up using Rest, which is kind of annoying, but at least he has 2 turns of sleep now. So I'm gonna use this to switch out and go to, I'm pretty sure, Uxie, so I can set up some Calm Minds. And weirdly enough, this does not scare him, and he just stays in, even though I just sent in a Psychic type and he has no status boost right now. So I'm just gonna set up my first Calm Mind, and he's still asleep for a second turn. And I figure that if he wakes up, he's either gonna use Payback or try to bulk up again. And it actually turns out that he does not have Payback, but he has Ice Punch instead, which is again kind of strange to me. But you know, it's an interesting set, I guess. And I use Calm Mind for the second time, and he wakes up and uses bulk up. Now I don't really want him setting up on me, because at this point I still thought that he had Payback, which is, you know, it would be painful with 2 bulk ups. So I'm just gonna use Psychic now and see how much damage it does. Now Psychic ends up doing like half, if I remember correctly, like just over half. Oh no, it actually does like 2/3, which is pretty strong. And here's where I realized he has Ice Punch, and Ice Punch does essentially nothing, which, if I knew he had Ice Punch from the beginning, I would have just continued to Calm Mind until I had a bunch of Calm Minds up. And now I figure that he would want to withdraw his Tony, but he stays in. But I looked at his team and nothing he has that I've seen so far could resist the Psychic, so I just continued using Psychic just in case he decided to stay in. And he decided to stay in anyway, so down goes the Hariyama. Now in comes his third Pokemon, yeah. And it turns out to be a Milk Tank. And I'm gonna continue using Psychic and see how much it does. And it turns out to do just over half, and he toxic'd me. Now, I, at this point, either wanted to use Calm Mind or Psychic again, but I figured I should just finish off this Miltank because Toxic will wear me down, and he's probably going to use Seismic Toss or Milk Drink, and it's just going to be annoying. So I just finished it off. Now, he's down to 2 Pokemon, and I, so far, have only lost my lead. And, we'll see what he sends in now. I'm pretty sure it's a Melodic. And Melodic comes in, and at this point I use Thunderbolt just to see how much it does. And it does not that much, even though it's super effective, which just surprises me. And he's thinking of stalling me out with Recover, which is a good strategy on his part. But I plan to use Rest, like the next move. I'm going to use Calm Mind right now, and I knew that after a Surf, after 3 Calm Minds, a Surf would only do like 30, like maybe 30 to 60 damage, and Poison would do like 80, so I would still live with enough HP to survive the Hail, and then I'll be able to rest everything off. But he gets a critical hit, which really sucks, because I would have been able to sweep the rest of his team with this Uxie. And, well, not the rest of his team being his last 2 Pokemon. And my phone is ringing, so hold on. Alright, and I'm back. That was kind of annoying, but anyway, I'll probably leave that in just for the lulz. Anyway, I set up a sub with my Walrein, and he tried to Toxic me, and I figured he would try to Toxic me, so now my plan is to Toxic him, and that way I can just outstall him, because I figured he has Toxic, Recover, Ice Beam, and Surf. And he just uses Surf, and obviously it's not gonna break my sub. So I'm thinking of what I should do here, because I only have Blizzard, but I figured any damage is good damage, so I'll use Blizzard. And he switches out here on this move into his Blizzard Wall, obviously. As you're gonna see how amazingly this Venusaur takes this Blizzard. Just watch, it's a very specially defensive Venusaur. Oh man, look at it. But yeah, it just goes down pretty much, not even a critical hit. I thought I would get a critical hit, and he just runs after this. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.